The Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, has set stiff punishment, including capital sentence, can curb kidnapping for ransom in the country. He noted that criminals were not deterred from the nefarious act because of the slow judicial process and the light prison terms handed down to offenders by the courts. And with us in the studio is a National Coordinator, Democracy Vanguard, Adeola Soetan. Thank you for your time on the news now. First off, do you agree with the Inspector General of Police that death sentence should be set as the capital punishment for kidnapping in Nigeria?
Yeah, I agree. Just like we propose death sentence for corrupt public officers too.
Okay. Yeah. You think that is going to nip the problem of kidnapping in the country in the bud?
No, it's not immediately going to, because kidnapping is a social, it has a social root. The socio-economic implication is also there. But the reality of it is that it's becoming rampant. It's becoming what we call the new war, wherein you imagine now that we have the reduction in cases of armed robbery, why we have high incidence of kidnapping, because it shows that the targets are soft, and of course the populations, the commodities, so to say.
And it involves low risk.
So many, and the dividend is higher and better, and the risk is lower. And of course, the judiciary is also not playing that role that's supposed to play in terms of reviewing, judicial processes and of course sanctions that will go along with such crime, because you cannot pretend that capital punishment is not should not be allowed in a civilized society. We can't pretend. You must know that we are yet to be civilized in terms of indices of civilization.
Now, Lagos, alongside some states in Nigeria, already have that law set that it is capital punishment for kidnapping, especially if your victims die while in your custody. But yet we have not heard of any kidnapper, suspected kidnapper, convicted in court and then sentenced to death. So is it about making laws now or about implementing them? Well,
making laws is another thing. Of course, implementing it is basis. Then you ask yourself too, apart from that, many armed robbers have been on death row, sentenced by court, except the former governor of Edo, who had just signed and the guy had been hanged. None of the governors in the states, have even had the courage, to sign such a death warrant, so that people, because it's also a question of, are we even ready to combat it? Because if you say kidnapping is now a capital punishment, then you must also enhance your security architecture to possibly understand the need to be high, to help their processes of attacking, of curbing, to be proactive. Because what you have now is that victims and relations are left alone, like the Ekpe 6 now. When I read that they got 31 million, then I started to ask myself question.
And demanding 1.5.
Then what is happening to security operatives? Don't we have all these communications facilities again? Can they be traced? So what that means is that kidnappers will be happy that it's like they are on top of the game. And people now continue to say, don't do anything, don't protest. That was the dummy sold about a month ago, that don't protest, don't do anything. Kidnapper will believe that you cannot afford to operate on the logic of kidnappers. You have to protest. You have to ginger up the government to do more than what they are doing, because everybody is a victim. You don't know. In fact, armed robbers, you see guns, immediately you see them breaking. But kidnapper can be your next person, can be your next neighbor, can be your next passenger. And imagine Kaduna Abuja Road has been totally taken over by kidnappers, not even armed robbers now. So that is the danger we are facing now. The socio-economic context needs to be addressed. Government must do more in terms of economic infrastructure and of course allowing people to get work. In the event you are doing a mega city, you are doing urbanization, and you are sending people out, you destroy the so-called ghetto, you seize Okada, and don't mark you, the victims of all this, though mega city urbanization is good, but you must also calculate the social cost. If you don't calculate the social cost, you won't know how to prepare for the crime that's going to to come up. That is what we are facing now. With
addressing the root cause of kidnapping.
That is fundamental.
Apart from
anything above, beyond that or above that or below.
All right, from your analysis so far, it seems that it is not even about setting a stiff law in place to combat kidnapping, about a political will, especially from the number one citizen of every state, and of course that of the country, to be bold enough to sign death warrants.
Exactly, and of course, to make sure that the socio-economic environment is conducive enough for youth. If you look at the categories of these kidnappers, those who have been arrested and paraded, they are within the youth bracket. And these are people, if you set people out of their homes, if you destroy their shops, and you did not have the courage to go and throw them into the lagoon, then they must survive and they must open their mouth to eat. And that is the problem. So the crime must be looked at from the punitive aspect, also from the socio-economic aspect, which is even fundamental. Or else, if you kill 100 kidnappers today, you can be sure 1,000 kidnappers will spring up tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much for your analysis at this time. Adeola Soetan, you are the coordinator of Democracy Vanguard, national coordinator of Democracy Vanguard. Thank you for your time. Thanks for coming.